Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are unpacking the new high-stakes race in artificial intelligence. And this isn't the race you've been watching in the public eye. This one is happening inside the engine room of the global economy. Okay, so let's dive right in, because the AI revolution has, well, it's pivoted big time. If you thought this was all about consumer chatbots, writing poems, and fun little tricks, you gotta think again. The real contest, the one with massive stakes, has begun, and it's happening inside the world's biggest company. We are officially in a brand new phase. You can think of it as an enterprise gold rush. And the goal here? It's not just to have a conversation with an AI anymore. Nope, the real prize is putting it to work, automating really complex tasks and unlocking the incredible value hidden inside mountains of private company data. And this shift, it is absolutely profound. What it means is that the world's most powerful tech companies are now in an all-out sprint. They're not just trying to build the smartest AI anymore. Now, they're racing to build the essential tools, the platforms, and the entire infrastructure for this new frontier. So what are the big players actually building? How are they equipping businesses for this new era? It's kind of like a three-way race, but what's fascinating is that each of these titans is carving out a very specific and very strategic piece of the puzzle. This table, right here, it maps out the new landscape perfectly. You've got OpenAI building the AI workers, the doers. Then you have Google giving those workers a perfect memory of all your company's data. And then there's NVIDIA building the massive digital factories where all this work actually happens. Okay, let's talk about OpenAI. They are laser-focused on creating what are called AI agents. Now, try not to think of these as just chatbots. Think of them as autonomous employees. They can understand a goal, create a plan on their own, and then use other tools to get the job done. For businesses, this is a total game changer. We are literally moving from an AI that can just answer, "What were our sales last quarter?" to one that can execute a command like, "Analyze our sales data, find the top 3 regions, and draft a congratulatory email to those managers." See the difference? It's a huge shift from an AI that answers to an AI that does. Google, on the other hand, is playing to its strengths. It's using its deep expertise in search to solve one of the biggest headaches for any large company, making sense of all their own internal data. By souping up their Gemini model to handle huge private data sets, they're essentially trying to make your company's internal knowledge just as easy to search and analyze as the entire public internet. And then there's NVIDIA. Their strategy is all about the foundation, the plumbing, the electricity, the whole shebang. They know that running enterprise-grade AI is incredibly expensive and guzzles power like there's no tomorrow. So by focusing on energy efficiency with their new Blackwell architecture, they're making the whole revolution more affordable. It means businesses can do way more AI with less energy, which pretty much guarantees NVIDIA stays the essential hardware provider for everybody. Look, having all these powerful tools is one thing, but making them work reliably, that's a whole other challenge. As businesses start to depend on AI for critical stuff, it can't just be powerful, it has to be trustworthy. A creative chatbot is fun, right? But an accounting bot that hallucinates and just invents invoices, that's a complete disaster. So to solve this problem, there's this key technology called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, that's becoming the industry standard. The best way to think of it is like giving the AI an approved set of notes to study from before it answers a question. It forces the model to pull information from a trusted source, like your internal company documents, instead of just making stuff up. This is the absolute bedrock of building trust in enterprise AI. And this is exactly where companies like Hugging Face are becoming so critical. They're providing the open source tools that let everybody follow these exact steps. It's all about creating a standardized, repeatable process to actually test and validate these AI systems. And why does that matter so much? Because it turns reliability from a hopeful idea into a measurable science. And that gives businesses the confidence they need to deploy AI in high-stakes situations. Of course, anytime a technology gets this embedded into business, you know what's coming next, right? A powerful new force is entering the game. Government regulation. Yeah, the whole move fast and break things era, it's officially coming to an end. Policymakers, both in the US and over in the EU, are sending a really clear signal here. If you're going to deploy AI at scale, you better be ready to answer some tough questions about how it works, what data it's using, and what you're doing to manage the risks. Compliance is about to become a very, very big deal. So, after all that, what does this actually mean for you? for your organization. Let's just boil it all down to the absolute essentials. So here's the big picture for you. The AI race has absolutely moved from the lab into the enterprise. The tools you need, they're here, and they're getting better every single day. The most important question has shifted from, what can this thing do, to, can we actually trust what it does? And all of this is happening while the rules of the road are being written in real time. And that leaves us with one final critical question to think about. In a landscape that is changing this fast, where the tech is accelerating and the regulations are literally racing to catch up, every single organization has to weigh the risks. So what's the bigger danger here? Moving too fast or not moving at all? What's the right speed for you on this new frontier?